Hey everybody, I'm NegPrimer, and welcome to Hollow Knight. Today, we're going to be playing the game I'm pretty familiar with. You can see I've put 15 hours into it, 16 hours really. But we're going to start over from a new save. Part of the reason for that? Well, we'll go over that in a second. In the wilds beyond, they speak your name with reverence and regret, for none could tame our savage souls yet. But yet you the challenge met. Oh. Under palest watch you taught, we changed, base instincts were redeemed. A world you gave to bug and beast as they had never dreamed. LG from Hollow Nest by Monomon the Teacher. Okay. Let's watch this and see if any of this makes more sense to me. Okay. Not really. I kind of know what that is, or have a concept of what that is. But I haven't beaten this game, and I'll tell you all why in a minute. That's my character. So we are a little bug. So later on in the game, we get things like wall jump and double jump and stuff like that. This is a pretty straightforward metroidvania. Game by Team Cherry. So it's a metroidvania. There's a lot of exploration. There's a lot of cool stuff to find. They actually do a good job of making each area look unique without breaking the game's aesthetic in any way. Or internal logic, even, for that matter. Oh, really? I'm just coming back to, like, what powers you start off with, and you start off with nothing. Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Your great strength marks you amongst us. Focus your soul and you shall achieve feats which others can only dream. Collect soul by striking enemies. Once enough souls collected, hold B to focus soul and heal. So you can see in the top left, I got health, and the little white liquid is my soul. You can probably kind of guess based on that. This game is almost a mixture of a Metroidvania and a Souls type. Almost got impaled there. There's a map you can look at later on in the game, and it actually won't pause the game when you're looking at it, and other stuff like that. And look at this. Boom. So you can see I got two little blue extra health now. That's those blue things give you health outside of... Ah! I fell down. I can't get back up there. Don't want to jump in the spikes after those. Aha! What do you have to say? Higher beings, these words are for you alone. You already said that. Beyond this point, enter the land of King and Creator. Step across this threshold and obey our laws. Bear witness to the last and only civilization, the Eternal Kingdom, Hollownest. So like I said, we're just kind of a little bug. Tear down the wall. So obviously, I really like this game. I put, it shows 16 hours. That's a little bit misleading, but I have put at least a dozen hours of good playtime into this game. And so I think it's worth its asking price, even if I'm telling you right now, I'm never going to beat this game. So we are in Dirtmouth, the feeding town, and look at this guy.
Oh, jittery.
Oh there, traveler, I'm afraid there's only me left to offer you welcome. The town's fallen quiet, you see. The other residents have all disappeared. Headed down that well, one by one, into the caverns below. Used to be there was a great kingdom beneath our town. It's long fell to ruin, yet still draws folks into its depths. Wealth, glory, enlightenment, that darkness seems to promise all things. I'm sure you seek your dreams down there too. Well, watch out. It's a sickly air that fills the place. Creatures turn mad, and travelers are robbed of their memories. Perhaps dreams aren't such great things after all. So this is the chair here. The bench here is kind of like your bonfire. Hollownest, it was once called, supposedly the greatest kingdom there ever was, full of treasures and secrets. Now it's nothing more than a poisonous tomb full of monsters and madness. Everything fades eventually, I suppose. Yeah, and then that bench may be iron. So, there's a little city here. Like I said, that's kind of like a bonfire. You can't travel between benches, though. But it is your save point. So it's like a bonfire in that way. And then let's go ahead and just jump down here. So this game is, as I mentioned, it's a metroidvania Dark Souls cross. I mean, not that Dark Souls isn't already largely a metroidvania. Let's cut everything up. So this... Look at that, there's a guy. That might look familiar from that opening cutscene. Hello there, how delightful to meet another traveler on these forgotten roads. You're a short one, but a strong look about you. I'm Quirrell. I have something of an obsession with uncharted places. This ancient kingdom holds many fascinating mysteries, and one of the most intriguing of them is standing right before us. A great stone egg lying in the corpse of an ancient kingdom, and this egg, is it warm? It certainly gives off a unique air. Can it be opened? There are strange marks all over it. I do so love a mystery, and who knows what other marvels lie even deeper. For so long I felt drawn here, so many tales full of wonders and horrors, no longer could I resist, I just had to see it for myself. What a time I choose to arrive. The dead world has sprung to life, the creatures are all riled up, and the earth rumbles. There's thick, I wonder what I could have brought about it. What could have brought about it? That old nail won't be enough to persevere. Though that's no problem, one only has to look around. Plenty have come before us, and most have met their grisly end, many more equipped than you and I. Sure they won't mind a fellow explorer to relieve them of their tools. It's a kindness, really. The dead shouldn't be burdened with such things. Okay. So if you know, I like to try to read as much of those, but I hate reading that much out loud all at once. So we saw this during our opening cutscene. It kind of lit up, and these three like alien skulls popped into it. And if you look at him, He's actually wearing a mask. That thing on top of his head is not his face. His face is just this little portion on the right-hand side. He's wearing a mask that he currently has lifted up above him. So this is actually, we won't come back here, but you come back here much later in the game. And we'll see if I can get to a point. I don't think the map, it's too far to get to a map. But you can kind of already tell that it has a little bit of metroidvania elements. They become much more pronounced as you get just a little bit further. You can already see right here, there's a little split in the pathway. So let's just go across. Hello. So this is kind of a... This is a little bit of a boss here. Fairly easy as far as bosses in this game go. The bosses are actually my least favorite part of this game. Hello. So there's a lot of those little bugs you can find. But yeah, the bosses are the least favorite, are the weakest part of this game. They all rely on your reflexes, and I'm getting old, I tells you. My reflexes aren't what they used to be. Let's go over to the right here and see what all this is about. But that's why I'm never going to beat this game, I don't think. Interesting little song there. Bury my mother, pale and light, slight. Bury my father with his eyes shut tight. Bury my sisters 2 by 2, and then when you're done, let's bury me too. One of my favorites. We can sing something else if you like. You start singing and I'll join in. I bet you have a beautiful singing voice. What are you down here for? Came to get wealthy. Look around you. Plenty of riches. Plenty. Just pick up. Just grab an axe and join. So I have my weapon here is a nail. And the idea is that it's an actual, like, nail, I believe. Like a human, the kind you would put into a wall. Those are the words I'm looking for. To, like, hang a picture or whatever. Can't do anything there yet. Let's see what's over here. Hello. That allowed me to refill my souls. But you can see this is kind of a dead end at the moment. I have to get another, I have to get a power before I can come over this way. Which way did I come from? Came from that way. So eventually you get, you do get a map. Yeah, eventually you do get a map that will help you find your way around. But the map itself, in true Metroidvania style, The map doesn't fill in until you've been to areas, with a slight exception. That there's a guy you can buy maps from, and he'll have filled out portions of it already. Not the whole thing. But you can see in the top, and those little things I'm picking up are distinct from the soul that I have. That's actually just money, but just like Dark Souls, you lose that when you die. See, there's, if you look at the top right there, we got another little guy up there. These things are keeping him prisoner. Aw, buddy, I can't get to you. Aw, he's so excited, too. He's like, oh my god, somebody's here. Looks like a little glowworm or something. Old people will know what I'm talking about. So here we go. This is a bigger room. Believe in the next area after this. There's actually a lot to see in this little area. But I want to grab... Yeah, I want to make sure we talk to this guy. Hello there. Come down to explore these beautiful old ruins? Don't mind me. I have a fondness for exploring myself. Getting lost and finding my way again. Getting lost and finding your way again is a pleasure like no other. We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. I'm a cartographer, that's a map maker by trade, and I'm working on mapping this area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of my work so far? $30. So now, map could be a useful thing, but it alone won't show you where you are. If you've not the head for directions, I suggest purchasing a compass for my wife, Zelda. She's just now opening our new map shop in Dirtmouth, selling all sorts of useful things to wanderers like yourself. She'll even sell some of my old maps from time to time. I pop back to see her whenever I finish mapping an area. She's always excited to see me. So now, you can see I got a little map. And you might notice what he looks like, and where we can actually see him on the map. So kind of an interesting little thing. I want to do two things real quick, and then we'll kind of mainline it for the boss and see if I can beat the boss. So there's a couple extra little things to notice. Like I said, time doesn't pause while you're doing that, and you also don't take fall damage. You know, I've made games that have enemies similar to some of these. Very rudimentary programming in them. Okay, I wanted to go over here. See, look at this. We saved that guy there. And then this is the main guy. He doesn't have a whole lot to say, he just kind of throws coins at you whenever you save one of these guys. But look at how many eggs there are. So there's a lot of these guys. So eventually you do get more health. You can get more health, you get a larger soul pool. There's not like a variety of weapons, but you can upgrade this one. You do get a dash, you get a number of different things. So we're gonna take a quick look. That guy said his wife opened shop up here.
Bapanada.
Come to buy a map, have you? It's really my husband you're dealing with, but he's headed down below. He'll pop back occasionally to deliver new maps to the store, but I wish he'd spend a little more time up here. I've not much interest in retail myself. Let's see what's here for me to sell. So you can buy a number of different things from her. That will all help out your map. So this compass, this is what he was recommending for me, but we don't have enough money for it. This will actually show us on that map, so we don't ever have to worry about getting lost. We'll always know exactly where we are. Then there's also this quill that will help us map out areas ourselves. So we're going to go ahead and buy that. And then these other things, like this will show you wherever a bench is. Those are important. Again, those are our save points. Cocoon pits, that's those blue health things. There's actually only a handful of those across the game, unless I'm completely missing them in my playthrough. So they're not altogether worthwhile. You shouldn't really consider pretend like you're going to find them. These pins show where all the vendors are and the hot springs, which will actually heal you. You can actually sit in them and heal yourself. So now, map updated. When we look at the map, boom, we can pull up the whole map and show other areas we've been to. And so the areas we've been to are the ones that are colored in, basically. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to make it to that boss. Which is over to the side here. Eventually, you also, okay. There's also like runes in this game that you can equip. So many runes. I think it's 3 to start off with. And you'll have runes that take up 2 of those slots and stuff. And they do stuff like, the one I always use is rather than having to go around and pick up all these individual coins, because sometimes they'll land in the spikes like we saw earlier, it'll auto-collect those. Okay, so we need to go down to the left and then down, and then basically down to the left and then down. Oh no! We can't get there this way. I forgot. And then you don't have to stop and fight every enemy. Just kind of do if they get in your way. It actually will help you early on as well. If I were actually going to continue playing this, you get more money the more enemies you kill. So there's an incentive to kill as many as possible. I don't really need to be bothering with that stuff. Okay, so let's go back to where we already were. Yay, no fall damage. Alright. So we're at this guy. Let's keep going down. Let's go to the right here. And then this will help us get, if we just keep going right along here, and then eventually go up, we will get to that boss. You can all see part of the reason why I don't play this game anymore. I got almost all the way through it and then quit playing. And it's really a shame. Like I said, I just don't go in for the reflex-based games. And it's a shame, because that aside, you jerk. That aside, this would be like my favorite, one of my favorite games of the last couple of years. It's up there. I mean, a successful metroidvania. It's really it's really hard if you're at all successful with a metroidvania formula to make a game I won't enjoy. I mean, I liked Axiom Verge a lot, I liked Guacamelee a lot, I liked all those things. And I really liked this. I just got to the point where I was no longer doing any exploration. I was just doing boss fights. As soon as I can go up, I need to go up. So is that this, or is this? So you can see I'm skipping over a lot of those little money pots right now. If I wanted to, I could easily, by the end of this level, have enough coins to buy that compass and everything else. Okay, cool. Dang. I forgot that there was one of these here. So this... I'll show you this real quick, and then we'll come back and end it on that boss fight. I heard the ringing of the station bell at Ilko down the stagways and called me to you. I've grown stiff over these many years and I've forgotten much, but the sound of the bell... What just happened there? Sound of the bell will always call me back. The stagways stretch the depths of the hollowness. If you travel them, hail me from the platform. I'll take you wherever you need to go. So this is the quick travel system. You can see I'm riding the little stag beetle there. No, come on. I'm upset that it did that. But this will take you back out to Hollow Town? What is it called? To Dirtmouth. And there's a number of these scattered throughout. But again, not as many as I might otherwise like. And you don't have to pay each time you use them, you just have to pay the once. Let's make sure to save. And then we're going to end this by going up to the boss that's right here. If I continued to go up here, I'd actually get back to that place I couldn't get down through earlier. and there's a switchback that I can hit to get through. So this guy looks familiar. So you might have noticed I've already done this fight. And thus part of my problem with this game is that there's a number of these bosses that the game will repeat and actually ask that you fight several times. That's actually just a little, that's not necessarily a boss right there, that's kind of just a little guard, but it does. So that's not the best example, but that's as close as we're going to get to proving my point on that in the time that we have. So you can see if you look at my map, there's a little skull marker on here. Or, I don't know what to call that, but, God. Jerk. Okay. Oh no! I don't know if this is one, but there are certain enemies, certain bosses that you will fight multiple times. Ah, I forgot. That's it. You can see that's not it, actually. I have to do it again. Let's heal up while he's having his tantrum there. Yep. You have to remember what all his attacks are, and I don't have a ton of health. So I'm not really sure what this guy's supposed to be. Hold on. Oh! I'll throw another temper tantrum. Give me a second to heal. See stuff's falling from the sky that I gotta dodge. And later on you get like a dodge ability, an actual like dash. And it is greatly appreciated when that happens. Now. And then he dropped a little thing here. The city crest. So if we can look at that. City crest. Stone slab brings crest to hollowness. City has an insert on the back that would fit into the slot. So we just got a key to get out of this area for that. Ah! What on earth? That caught me off guard. I don't know what that is. But you can see there's plenty of room for other abilities and stuff that you can get later on. The map is actually quite big. We aren't there yet where we have much of it unlocked, though. But alright, everybody, hopefully you liked what you saw. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to do I'm trying to live stream So if you go to if you go to NegPrimer on Twitch, I should say, you can find me and it'll alert you whenever I go live. But otherwise, I think we're good, and I want everybody to have a good day.